Hey, good afternoon. Happy Tuesday, everybody, the second day of the week. Welcome to ALPOUGH. Yes, that's my last name. Everybody calls me Comment. And hope you're having a great day. It's getting cooling off here in Arizona, and here we go. And we know how we always start. I'm an adult of my spirit. I'm an adult of my mind. I'm an adult of my thought. I am what I think about. I'm an adult of my body. I'm an adult of my love. And I'm giving it out to you. I want to welcome you in. Those who are coming in now and those who will be coming in later. I get a lot of people coming in later. Love it. Because I know this isn't the time. A lot of times the people are they're available. So today, interesting topic I wanted to cover today. I like covering things that I think that are very relevant that are going on in our world right now. And I talk to a number of people. I'm always wanting to go, okay, because there's so many things I want to talk about. You're going to see the format of the show is going to be changing here in the next month or so. We're going to be doing comedy as well as having guests. And if you have a topic that you want to talk about, and even if you want to come on the show, hit me up in a note on a comment, and I'll make sure that we'll figure out a way to talk about it and have some good jibber jabber with each other. Okay, so today is Two-Faced. Two-Faced it is the new place. Two-Faced is the new place. Two-Faced is the new place. Today is September 28th, 2021. Boy, this month is almost over. Boy, it is almost over. So on September 28th, 2021, we have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news right off the press here. And that is this world has changed. The world has changed. I do not see us going backwards. I see us continuing forward with this new, what I call design. Some call it the New World Order, or whatever it is, a new political system, whatever it is. I've just named it as a new world design. In other words, we're in a new design world. You can see with the millions of new people that are becoming illegally into our country. This is going to change everything. This new political division, I call it the new political, I don't call it political parties, I just call them the new political division. And so today we're going to talk about being two-faced. And this is nothing new. It's an old subject. It's, it's something that we've all dealt with in our lives, okay? But because of this new world design and how this world has changed, people are more and more being two-faced. You're seeing it now in family. You're seeing it with your friends. You're seeing it at work. And you're also seeing it with strangers. That's people that you are walking out in the middle of the day here. When you go out, now everybody's going back public, so to speak. Everything's supposed to be opening up, but I just can't, I'm not really seeing it here. Yes, it's good to have people that are back out and stuff. But now we have all these new mandatory things that's coming out. And it is causing a division. Now, to me, this is America, and it is the United States of America. And I live in Arizona. And the way things are in Arizona is different than it is in California, in New York, in Texas, in Florida. It's just kind of new here. So, the way it seems here is people are pretty open because this is an open state. It just turned blue, but for the most part, this is freedom state. Okay, so one of the things that I really wanted to just bring up here is something that really had an effect on me today. besides even talking to somebody about being the two-faced. And so this is an example to me of someone who has become what I call two-faced. And that is, if you don't know who this guy is, his name is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he is actually one of my people that I've respected throughout my whole life. And so he came out to stating, and he's an NBA player. His name was Lou Alcindor. He was born Lou Alcindor. And when he got out of college, he was the greatest basketball player who's ever played. And so when he left college and came into the NBA, he changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And the reason being was because he wanted to, express his religious beliefs. He came out in support of Muhammad Ali. And so he became a Muslim back in the late 60s or early 70s. And so basically what Kareem came out to say was that, and I'll just put it in a nutshell, if the players in the NBA do not get the jab, then they should be kicked out of the league. Just kicked out of the league. And so this is very surprising in the sense of, wow, this is someone who's always been about the rights, people protecting their own rights and really being being yourself. I don't think you should deny people. If you want to take it, then you take it. If you don't take it, then you don't take it. There's reasons why people can't take it, all right? So again, this is just an example of just this new world design where the people who you looked up to, of course, how could you not look up to Kareem? He was 7'4", and I did actually meet him. I told the story of him just last week. It's interesting. I met him, had a conversation with him. I've seen him play basketball like literally 1,000 times. I lived in Los Angeles for years and watched him on TV. So he's just an example. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to single him out, but yeah, it did take me by surprise. So the subject here is, again, Two-Face is the new place. Okay, and so what I want to just kind of talk about here is signs of being two-faced and toxic. Okay, and some of the signs, if you think someone who is being two-faced and you thought that one time they were a friend, but now there seems to be something going on, toxic. So signs, number one, these are not in any particular order. They're just hints, all right? I can't look you in the eye. This is something that, they can't look you in the eye and speak to your face on what it is. I think this is kind of a real hint. That's just eye contact, all right? Next is interrupt your conversation. So they don't let you talk. It's like you're there to listen to them, and they're not there to listen to you. And what you might notice is in this conversation, they gossip about other people. So people that gossip about other people, if they spend most of their time with you talking about that, then you can pretty much guarantee that they're talking about you too. Okay? Their voice inflections. Oh, okay. Not, yo, it's cool. I like that. It's, oh, okay. I'm fine. don't even ask how you are. Okay. So voice inflections are really, you know, sometimes it takes, you got to know the person. So these are people you know, not necessarily people that you don't know. So strangers, is different, you know. I've never had dinner with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I've been in the same restaurant with him, but again, I wasn't having dinner with him. Like, he was sitting by himself eating a salad. But, you know, so I don't know the man. So he's what's considered a stranger, but I certainly have family and friends who, don't like what you're doing or don't like what you're saying. And it comes down to where they disagree with literally everything you say. So you can't say anything. Okay? Now, I know this issue with my own family. Okay? As long as I don't talk about what I know, as long as it agrees with them, they'll talk about it. Okay? But everything that I say, they disagree and interrupt you. So now here's another with no physical contact. And of course, we're in this world where, physical contact is, being placed in the back seat anyway. But again, people still are having physical contact. So if they don't hug you, or if they give you that dead hug, that dead handshake, there's something going on here. Okay, I come from a hugging system, a family myself. My family and friends were all big huggers. So if they no physical contact, it's a dead hug, dead handshake. This is another sign here. Another one is that they don't laugh with you. Okay, just because my wife doesn't laugh at all my jokes, doesn't mean that she doesn't laugh with me. She usually laughs at me, which is fine. Anything for a laugh. But again, if they don't laugh with you, they don't, laugh at your jokes, they don't laugh with how they normally used to, then, that's a sign. No more phone conversations. This has happened to me. Some people have just turned into this. They only do text messages, right? By the way, whether or not, you think if you're doing this in this type of a world that we're in, and all you are is text messaging and arguing over text messages, this is really a really bad sign. This is where, to me, in my opinion, this is one of the worst things that has happened, is that no more people aren't talking anymore. So they're just text messaging. Okay. I've had a lot of this with my own personal family, where text messaging is the only way to contact someone, and it just doesn't work. Also, used to make plans with them, and now they don't make plans anymore. And you'll bug them, and then they'll actually make a plan with you, and then they cancel at the last minute. This happened to me many times on people like this. Again, it don't happen that many. Okay? Because I can get the message. I get the message. Family's different. I've gone way out of my way for that. But again, you never know. All right, so now it's a gut check time. This is your gut check. Because in your gut, you can tell whether or not someone is doing this, okay? But you still want to give them a chance, all right? So now, when you're talking to them or with them, or even before you talk to them, you feel very awkward. Like, this is getting really awkward. If you even call them to say hello, you like, man, maybe they blocked me, which happens a lot. People block people you don't even know they're blocking you. Okay? It's because they don't believe the way you believe or think the way you think. And right now we're in this new world design, which is really only about really one thing, and that is division. Divide and conquer. It's an old plan. It's an old plan. It's been working for a long time. You know Khrushchev, he used to be the president of Russia. He said in the 60s that our grandchildren will be under communist rule. So the possibilities are out there right now. So it's feeling awkward. And then it's starting to feel toxic. Like this is chemically unbalancing me. This is chemically unbalancing. It's just not, just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? And then they start putting you down by sending you text messages on what you shouldn't, what there are and what you're not. So they start putting you down, and that's another sign of toxic. All right. So, and they start putting you down, you come to this, something that really finally happens, and this will happen. This is guaranteed. This will happen. That finally someone tells you. Someone tells you that what they've been saying about you. See, that's how stuff goes around. See, sometimes they intentionally want someone to come back and tell you, but then a lot of times they don't because they want to keep that front of being two-faced. Because they may want something from you. You might be paying them something. You know, might be their boss or, you know. And so now it comes time. You confront them. This is part of the whole circle process. The final act is you've been told. Someone told you. And so now you have to go confront them. Now, you know, you don't have to, I suppose. You know, you could just forget about it. But then again, why should you not do something about it? You should confront them. And this is what ends up happening in a confrontation like this is you'll usually, if you call them, you'll leave a message and they might text you back. Okay? But they will not return your phone call. Okay? So usually the end results of this, which is not good in the sense that usually it's the text message that gets misread always. Text messaging. People have broken up over ridiculous text messages. Families have broken up over it. But again, you can only do the best you can. So this is part of the closure process for you is to confront them. So they'll know that you know what they've been saying. And so they'll have to think twice. They'll have to think twice about it, okay, because you told them. So now here you are, okay? You've come into the place of health. This is very healthy for you to confront them because guarding your heart and well-being is crucial in this new world design that's been coming out of us. So guarding your heart and well-being is crucial. It's crucial. It's better to have the confrontation, have some finality in it, so that you put the guard up on your heart and the well-being of yourself. And that is part of being an adult of your spirit, your mind, your thought, your body, your love. you've put it back in the place where it belongs. You've closed that door, and when you close the door, then another one is allowed to open. Now, if you close it properly, then someone better will come in. If you don't, then somebody who's the exact same could also. So guarding your heart and well-being is crucial. Absolutely crucial. And I was just talking to a friend of mine who's cleaning house of friends who are just not of your well-being anymore. So I sent her this line: one loser is 3 too many. Because this person can become a cancer. And so here's my motto I'm going to leave you with. If they bring you down, this is where what it's come down to. Turn yourself around. Run, don't walk. And get out of town. Get away from them. And move on. Move on. In the right way. Move on. Okay? And forgive them. Now, you don't have to tell them to their face you forgive them. Okay? Because you've already gotten out of town. So you forgive them so that you can release it. Okay? So you can release it. So you don't hold it against the next person who's possibly going to be a great friend, or someone in your family, or someone at work, or even a stranger. You forgive them, not for them, for you. So you forgive them, but you don't forget them. All right? This is very important. You forgive them, but you don't forget them. All right? Because people like this will circle back. They will circle back. I got a great story for you. This is actually the inspiration for my show today. So here's a friend of mine who, very successful, happened to be out of town for a little while, and let a friend of his stay at his place. And he was actually gone. He was taking care of his place for a couple months, and because he was out of town on business. Then he comes back and finds out that he actually was evicted because the guy didn't pay the rent. And then somehow he got into his bank account, took all his money. Then he left the place, not only trashed, but he took all his valuables. Okay? Then he skipped town and he couldn't find this guy. He couldn't find him. Then, out of nowhere, he got a phone call from this same guy. And this guy had went to Europe and was hiding in Europe. Why did he call him? Okay. Well, he called him to say, I just want to say I'm really sorry for what I did. Okay. I didn't mean to do it. And so he asked him, well, where's my money? Where's my stuff? He said, well, I listen, I don't have the money, but listen, here's how I want to apologize to you. I want to make you some money. You see, you stole all my money, and now you want to make me money. How are you going to make me money? He said, well, all you got to do is send me $5,000. So all you got to do is send me Hello? Hello? He hung the phone up on him. Was that an apology? No, that was not an apology. Okay? So be careful about them circling back. And the moral of this story is guarding your heart and well-being is crucial in this new world design. We must guard our heart and mental well-being. Okay? So that's what I have for you today. Let's see if we got any comments. I think yeah, now they want to hit our personal bank accounts, more control over the people. Yeah, that's a great point here. If you haven't heard, they want to now, every charge of $600 gets to be reported to the IRS. This is something we can't have, I don't think it's going to pass. I don't. So, but starting in 2023, they want to do this. I don't think it's going to happen. The United Corporation of America. Yes, we are. The United Corporation of America. Do you know when a president is sworn in? Okay, so he's up top, right? And he does a, pledge to the people. Then he goes down to the basement. And they have another inauguration of the United Corporation of America. Look it up. It's true. Yeah. Remember when Obama was inaugurated? He couldn't do the words, so they never even did it. But they did it down in the basement. And now we see what happened, how the world turned out because of him. So we're in a new duality now. It's great. We're in a new duality now with this new world design. We must recognize it. Okay? We must recognize it. And once you recognize it, you can see it. So let's open our eyes, open our spirit, the spirit that Mother gave us. Control our thoughts. And always give out love, but make it healthy. And Tracy sends her love, and she also laughs at my jokes. So let's watch out for these people. Okay? Watch out for these people. All right, here. Well, here we are. Almost done. So many great things are coming. I'm over at 1,200 subscribers now. Wow, 40,000 views while we're moving up, but we've just begun. I'm just learning, and I have so many more things to share with you. You wait. This is going to get better every time. That's what we want to do. ALPOUGH. That's me. I love you. Have a great Tuesday. Make it great. And I'll be back tomorrow.